Oh, yeah.
The 4K, I think that saves them right at the last moment. An incredible moment. The atmosphere was unreal.
You've had so many games, they just blend together into one big moment.
So, filed somewhere between Paris Eternal, Washington Justice. Yeah, definitely, yeah. I feel you.
I only have so much storage, I've had to delete some.
Yeah, you're still operating on a floppy disk, man. I don't know what to tell you, mate.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The last map that the Outlaws will have the chance to pick in this series. They had better make it count.
It's going to be a dance off the start. We see these teams just poke and poke and poke. You're trying to get a pick with a Sojourn early on. You can see this stall out for a minute or two at times. It can get pretty dangerous.
Tentative.
Poke out a little bit, yeah.
All it takes though is the one opening. Somewhat harder to find without Genji here, who normally sort of leap on a half health target and expedite this process a little bit.
Sparkle gets a big hit there. They have the backup.
Too much on the line for the Outlaws to take any risks here. They know the meme as well as any of their fans. Here come the fuel now. They want to force a little bit of action, and Edison's able to force the Outlaws into this small corridor. Danteh. Oh, Danteh! He's able to get out just.
Yeah, you get some protection issues and get some healing. This Pelican can test the bot, so does not go anywhere just yet. Danteh's so low again.
Yeah, they get him in the front line. Creative not able to keep Danteh up, and he himself will fall. Now to surge ahead and set up the next staging ground, the next battle line here for the fuel.
And if you're the Outlaws, there's no reason to panic until they get that first checkpoint. You just cannot give up the checkpoint first. That is your main goal here. But you got that Kitsune rush with the way that Edison is shooting right now. It's so dangerous. You got to take this back quick. Merit takes a big shot there from Edison. Lucky, not a headshot.
Outlaws able to patch that one up pretty quickly now. Danteh surging ahead, not overcommitting though, wants to play close for the choke until now. Here's the Kitsune rush. Somehow Sparkle's able to be kept alive, but Fearless may be in trouble here if he gets pressured any further. He's forced to take to the skies. The Outlaws are able to get a player down though with that ultimate trade. Now they have to find it elsewhere. Edison! Danteh careening through the air is able to take him down, but exposes himself there to Merit for a moment. It's not punished, and he's able to find the frag in the end.
The bot will continue to move in favor of the Delcio. Like we talked about, it usually can get stalled out at the beginning of the map for an extended period of time. Still a lot of time on the clock, but this is not good for the Outlaws. Like getting so close to getting that first checkpoint. If you're the Outlaws, like you're staring at the battle like 3 fights in a row in your favor to get this bot about equal the other side of the map.
All that Lastro sound barrier is up, Matt, something you pointed out. Chiyo uses his, Lastro hoping to create an opportunity for the Outlaws to win a fight with a beat of their own, and they get it off a little late, but the timing's perfect for them. Pelican comes in for 3.
I mean, there it is, right? You just cannot be too picky in the sense that maybe you can kind of push it a little bit and try and hold on a beat throughout that fight. But right there, you're able to kind of kite it out a little bit, use your sound barrier later, and then you get a good death blossom. They're not going to be able to chunk down Pelican through, and you win a fight.
That seems to be the plan, right? Yeah. Try and have the later sound barrier.
Oh, yeah.
That also means you need to try not to lose a player in that window.
Well, they have a lot of cover. They have high ground advantage there, so
seems like a safe spot for it. Can't get away with it all the time, and we saw that on Route 66.
They need a pick here. Houston in the worst way.
Only 14 meters to their name so far. Dallas very wary of Merit, potentially looking to find an off angle. Edison trying to close that off. Sparkle was low, but it's going to be a Kitsune rush now, so that healing output going to be amplified heavily. Creative doesn't have one. He can't get his teammates out.
Oh wait, what? Merit just flies in, kills Fielder.
Is that enough, really?
No, you gotta get out. You gotta hightail it here if you're the Outlaws. And I mean, they're catching players off here. Creative waiting for the Swiftstep to come up.
Oh no! The Outlaws look a little bit uncertain about how they want to play this, Matt. And as a result, they've given up the first checkpoint here.
I think they can sense it a little bit. Like, you start to feel it getting away from you a little bit, and you start to press and try and, you know, force things that aren't there.
Here comes Danteh straight back in, but Edison has the overclock. He's being harried right now from the rear by Pelican, who's able to find a killer Wraith Walk, so Sparkle comes in with that Death Blossom. He's able to remove the offending threat from the Dallas formation. They ain't stopping here, Matt.
That's the checkpoint, and then some. And you've got the sound barrier here for the Dallas Fuel. If you're the Outlaws, you're in a situation where you need to dump everything you have almost into every single fight, and they don't have a ton.
Builder forced to step away here. It looks like the Fuel are happy enough with the lead they've been able to accrue now.
Oh, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're looking at the Outlaws having to win like 3 to 4 fights in a row to beat this, or get close.
All right, Merritt, time to stand up. Sound barrier comes out, he's down to 8. Edison just picks him up. That's primary fire, getting that kill. Danteh drops down, and you better believe Edison surgically removing heads from shoulders. Talk about a mad scientist.
Oh, I mean, look, you are, you know, in one of the biggest moments, arguably the biggest moment in your career of Edison, you know, against one of the best players in the league on the hero, and outside of that map 1, you've been dominating the matchup.
You can see the desperation now, you can feel it from the Outlaws. Danteh throws himself at the bot here, Merritt's able to get rid of Fielder, no Kitsune Rush available for the Fuel in this fight. They're better off just backing away if they can.
Yeah, if you're Dallas, there's no reason to just throw stuff at this, right? You know, let them come in, use Primal, you know, let them, you know, get the bot back, because you're going to be able to take this fight again. I mean, look at Dallas, right? You're going to come up to spawn because you've gotten the checkpoint. You have that forward spawn, right? And you're going to be able to fight this right at the middle of the map. You're going to give up nothing extra.
You get to play in neutral ground and regain the lead and some if you win. Kitsune Rush here, Lastro creative, they're going to land their support ultimate, they're not taking any chances. Pelican, dual Maelstroms passing by one another. Pelican able to find one the ultimate, but Edison takes him down. Pelican exposes himself there in that Death Blossom animation. The Fuel have to back away, no Fuel, no healing. Lastro comes in, boxes Sparkle's ears. Now we Fearless out of the mix, the Outlaws finally able to push up.
And they got to chase this. They got to pick up these kills. So allow them to get a little bit more payload progress.
Dangerous, dangerous for Danteh. Bites off more than he can chew, but creative.
He gets a shot on the way down there. Yeah, he gets a shot on the way down on creative. They're going to get that kill.
Dallas already have the bot back, and they're pushing now. The Outlaws, it's a full-scale retreat for the remaining players. They need to group up once more. Chiyo will shuttle Edison back into the fray.
In Dallas, yep, this is a good move. You move the bot into Houston territory, you back up, you allow your team to get back at full strength, and you fight again here in the middle of the map, and guess what? They have the sound barrier. If they want to drop this here and push that bot even further into Outlaws territory, they can.
Ready to fight.
Danteh has the primal range here. He'd love to close the gap first. Maybe force Dallas to fight inside confined spaces, but Pelican's already down. He's already gone! And the Fuel now push up with this sound barrier. It's all too easy. There's 2 minutes left in the round. The Outlaws are hanging on by their fingernails.
You get performances like this from Edison, well, it's going to be tough to beat for anybody here. As Dallas, you got that bot moving. A minute 45, you had a shot at a full map completion.
They're going to have 100 meters on the docket here. Close enough now as Dante's able to intervene finally. Sparkle, they're getting caught out. Lastro able to find him. Vera wants to circle around, deal with Chiyo as Phil goes for the Kitsune Rush. Dallas investing here. Chiyo, ever the aggressor, up to 8 final blows and 2 deaths, by the way. Just astounding aggression on that Lucio. Danteh wants to try and gum up the works a little bit if he can. Fearless low, disinclined to use Primal here, I'm sure.
No, but they end up having to use their own Kitsune Rush to the Outlaws as they're just not able to get enough damage down to get things going. You're looking at the stats. What do you?
Well, Chiyo has more final blows than Sparkle and Fearless put together. This guy is absolutely unhinged.
He's a maniac, man. I mean, he's like out of view all the time. He's on the walls. He's up high. He's doing damage.
Taking Bloodthirsty to a new level, and he's getting his fill this map. Lastro thinking about the sound barrier now. Probably gonna have to happen now. Danteh a little bit low, but he's able to keep him up in this fight. Danteh, the headshots from Sparkle are just too strong in the front line. And the Outlaws get bowled over. Strike!
Oh, it seems like anything the Outlaws try and do, it is not enough. 15 seconds to go. The Outlaws are going to be able to get a touch here, but man, this would be an insane run back.
7 seconds left. All that separates the Outlaws from here and a berth in the lower bracket. And Sparkle says no! I'm flushing you down the drain! Dallas Fuel are done with the Outlaws by all appearances. Lastro's forced away from the bot. And we have our first finalist! The Dallas Fuel will have their chance to burn blue in the biggest match of the year. It's been a long road, and they're not done yet, but they've got a seat at the table.
And just dominance. You know, doubt could have crept in. You lose map number 1 to a team that you have lost to in person time and time again throughout this season. And you could have let that just kind of sit in the back of your mind, but they come back and they beat the doors off the Outlaws for 3 straight maps.
Well, that begs the question, Matt. Who now remains that can truly challenge this Dallas team?
I tell you what, I would not want to play against Shy and Gushue. I mean, like, coming into this event, like, the Hangzhou Spark, you're like, all right, yeah, we'll see what happens. And once you see, like, Sojourn, Winston, you're like, you know, Gushue, Shy, pretty good. It's a pretty nasty combo. So they're still going to have to get by proper and go with the shock, but I would not be also surprised to see the Outlaws make it back. I think the Outlaws are going to go back. They have some time. They play tomorrow, right, against the winner of Shock
They
Spark.
have some time.